Shut the fuck up, bitch. This food podcast is on.
When I go to the movies and you know how they have like the AMC and they have those Coke machines that have like the bajillion different flavors. Yeah, so they have Pib. And the minute I found out, I was like, every time I come here, I'm getting Pib. That's it. It's a done deal. Like I'm that set. But when people offer me Dr. Pepper, like, oh, we don't have Mr. Pepper, we have Dr. Pepper. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of my face right now before I slap you. That's the same thing.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either. But with some fucking THC in my lungs, bro, and to everyone listening, happy 420. It's the favorite holiday of this food podcast for sure. For those who are audio listening only, Dave and I just took a nice rip to do it for you guys. Fucking let us know how you guys are celebrating 420. Fucking what do you have anything planned for 420, bro?
Shit, nope. Smoke and that's it.
I mean,
smoke, workout, and that's it.
I mean, the smoking is the important part, I think, right?
Uh-huh.
I got a hike plan, maybe a hike, or the beach plan. But I definitely got a few joints, a few edibles. Right now, I'm on that Valhalla. I picked this up at Stizzy. Shout out to Stizzy. These CBD gummies. These are the gummies that I actually had with my mom the other day. Remember I mentioned it last time we had an episode. So yeah, my mom tried some edibles for the first time the other day. Her first experience with them, and she told me she was too lit.
Nice. Your parents aren't old school like that, where they don't want you touching that marijuana?
They are old school like that, which is why this is such a significant thing, and I want to share it with everyone here in the podcast. But I slowly started convincing them. They know that I use. So I started slowly convincing them the way I started and the way I would recommend for anyone who wants to convince their parents are through like CBD oils and tinctures like that. Just recommending things for like inflation, muscle aches, anything that hurts, like joints or tendonitis. So that's how I started convincing her, and she saw the benefits of that. She saw the benefits of just CBD oil, and then eventually started getting like a little bit of THC in there. So yeah, this is like her first like marijuana, like straight up like some user stuff. So yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was cool having that with my mom, and my dad is up next. That was not nice. This shit.
You should give that for that hazy IPA you showed me, the cannabis infused one.
You know what though, my dad, I share with him the beers that I have, like the craft beers that I buy. But he every time you taste them, he's like, like this shit is too bitter or whatever. I don't know if that's honestly what he thinks, but he just drinks straight Corona. He's one of those.
Nah. Yeah. The issue was that when I'm assuming he's from Mexico. He's not from El Salvador.
He's from Mexico. Yeah.
So, so I'm assuming this is my theory. This is my conspiracy theory. First hit, we're already into the first conspiracy theory.
Damn. Fuanon, what's up?
I'm Fuanon. Yeah. So I believe right now that all the guys that are born in Mexico, I think they're secretly programmed to only enjoy Corona at the end of the day. They'll try everything else, but Corona is always going to be the best beer to them.
Corona, Modelo, fucking
all that shit.
Yeah,
Tecate, fucking Tecate. Yeah, all that.
Tecate is pretty gacho. I'll have Corona or Modelo here and there. Maybe if that's the only thing that there is, and I'm too lazy to go get my own shit. But yeah, that's my dad. That food doesn't appreciate some of the beers, some of the crap beers that are out here. Some of the fucking dank ass ones that we've had here on this show too. I'm over here smoking on the Sissy pod. This is that like Z Skittles, and it's not even noon, bro. And we're here fucking faded on the podcast. But fuck it, it's 420.
It's 420. We don't give a fuck. I got that fucking. I only got a half gram though. But I should probably got the full one. Got the fucking super glue, big boy battery right there. And hybrid, she's fire. I feel like I'm more functioning on a hybrid than a sativa or a fucking indica. Those two make me want to not do shit. But then this hybrid for some reason makes me want to do everything and anything I could think of in terms of like fucking in terms of like tasks to do and errands to run and all that.
Yeah.
Makes me want to do everything. Maybe because it gives me like the best of both, but I don't know. Anyway, shit's fire.
I remember the first time I actually smoked weed was from a blunt, and I remember I took a hit and I was dying, but I just basically I ghosted. I just had a little chimney hit. I was just a little doing chimney, just blowing smoke. I didn't even inhale it. But I was fucking choking, bro. I was coughing my ass off, but I didn't get high. And I remember the first time I actually did get high was off of a pen. I don't remember what brand it was, but it was from one of our. Well, it was from the homie George, one of our friends, and we were at work, right? And we were both closing, and I was just fucking around. I just randomly walked up to it, bro, and I was like, "What's up, bro? Like, where the weed at?" And this fool just whips out the pen out of nowhere, and he hands it to me, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" It was unexpected. Well, I didn't smoke at the time, you know. I was slowly being open to it, and so I remember I took a hit right there on the floor, right there, with like just in front of everyone.
Yeah.
So I tried to take it low key, and I mean I wasn't expecting it to be so strong. But yeah, I remember hitting it and just fucking dying on the floor right there, fucking coughing and shit. And I was trying to hide the smoke. And if you remember the layout of the store, I walked all the way along the 501 wall into the dressing room, right?
Mhm.
Into the dressing room, and then from the dressing room there was a door that would lead you to the break room, right? So there was two ways to get in, but
Mhm.
people would normally use the other door. I just said, "Fuck, I'm gonna, I'm gonna walk to the dressing room," and I remember I was right there in the back drinking like fucking water and shit, fucking chugging that shit. But I remember being faded as fuck, bro. I remember closing shit and folding out of the jeans, bro. All those jeans were fucked up. They were fucking, they were the wrong size, wrong color and shit. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. I remember the homie Mickey and I went to In-N-Out after. And I remember I did not know what was going on, and I don't know why it didn't appear to me like, bro, you're high as fuck. But yeah, that was my first
That was your
experience
first
with
time?
weed. That was my first time being high. Yeah, and then well,
Wow.
ever since that experience, I was in. You know, I was in for the ride.
So you didn't try any when you were in high school?
No, I didn't try anything when I was in high school. The first time I smoked was at some party. That was probably like a couple months before the experience that I just told you about with George.
Oh no shit. So
Yeah.
why didn't you try it in high school
When I was in high school, I just had a stigma against it for no reason. You know, I just believed the hype,
though? Mm,
believed the propaganda.
mm.
Uh, so
You
so
bought
uh,
into the hype?
yeah. I mean, now I feel like I'm educated. I even now I feel like I'm educated in it. I even went to the Museum of Weed that was out here in Los Angeles on Melrose a couple months ago, or maybe even over a year
Wait, is it
ago.
still there?
No, it was only a limited a
Uh,
time, and it was gone before even the pandemic hit. But yeah, I went there twice. It was cool. It was very beneficial. It was a lot of like knowledge that I didn't know there, just like on the history. You know, they had like the first person to be arrested for selling weed. They had some of the propaganda behind it. It was very educational, and I too bad it's not there anymore. But hopefully they come back. But yeah, it was Weed Maps. Weed Maps was the one that produced that.
oh no shit.
Yeah.
Um, so do you mean to tell me this whole fucking time that I see you having snaps and IG stories of smoking weed and smoking these pens and hitting these gummies and everything in between? You're telling me this is because you were kicking it with George? And you closed with him that night? You're telling me that shit was not even that long ago.
Yeah, that shit was from that pen hit, bro. I was fade, and so even then after that, it took me a few months longer to start smoking flower. So maybe for like 2 3 months, I was just smoking straight pen, and that was how I got into to weed. And then I
Oh, so
st-
that was so oh my bad. So the thing that introduced you was the pen,
was the
not the flower.
was the pen, yeah, was the high from the pen because like I said, like I had smoked a blunt. I mean, I took a hit from a blunt. I didn't smoke it. It's not I probably would have gotten high. I just took a hit from a blunt my first time, and well, my throat was on fire, bro. So I didn't want to hit that shit again.
Oh, oh, damn, that's crazy. That's fucking funny. I did not. I thought this whole time it
Yeah.
started like freshman year in high school. Like you were little fat. Like I don't know how you were, but like you were just little Fernie in the cut, and then you know some junior senior was like, "Hey, fool, hit this shit, fool," and then that was it. It was a done deal. That's what I thought happened.
I mean, part of me is happy that I waited this long to smoke, It's part of me even wish I might have waited a little longer. But I'm happy with the time I was introduced to it. I was about 2021. But there are some experiences in high school, maybe like grad night, that would have been cool to be high in. I remember
Yeah.
senior week. I remember there was a hypnotist, and we were at the hypnotist show. Was some of the most funniest shit that I remember. So being high, I'm sure would have been fucking crazy too. But I mean, overall, I'm happy with my marijuana journey so far.
Damn lit. Um, damn. My first. When the fuck was my first experience? Oh, okay. I remember this fucking stupid. I had a lot of fucking incidents of smoking. I've always okay. This is the thing. So until I bought this Stizzy, until I bought a my first thing that I bought that is I guess weed centered is a universal battery pen, and it was for a full gram of I don't know if you tried it yet. I have it here, so next time if you ever pull through, I'll have you smoke that shit. It's it's Exhibit's fucking cannabis company,
Oh
Napalm,
shit.
and yeah, and it's a full gram of the B52, which I think is like a hybrid. I think it's an indica dominant hybrid. I might be mistaken, but it's they're all hybrids. I guess I think all his strains are hybrid strains. I don't know. That's just fucking good though. Anyway, that's the first product I ever bought. The first time I smoked, I was 15. This is sophomore year in high school. The homie, the homie at that time, I still remember that fool. Fool's a funny ass fool. Funny ass white. Well, he was half white, half Mexican, but that fool looked more white than anything. Anyway, fool was tall. He used to slouch and shit. He used to wear the big old skater hoodies and big old fucking dicky pants and shit. Fool looked like a typical pothead, but at the same time, he doesn't look like a pothead. It's weird. Anyway, point is, he introduced me to it. He had like the tiniest fucking roach. Like for reference, this maybe up to right here, from the end to right my fingers. He had a roach that big, a roach. So he told me if I'm down to hit it when we go to lunch, because I think it was a classic, like I don't fucking know what period it was, but the period that leads into lunch. So he said, "Oh, we'll just go to the bathroom." And in my head, I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm a man now because I'm gonna smoke some weed." And then me and him, this is the fucking stupid part. Me and him went into the stall. One of our homies was there in the bathroom, just in the bathroom, like washing his hands, like, "Hey, what's up?" And then we told him that I was gonna hit it for the first time. I was like, "Oh, he wanted to like stay by there and watch too," because like obviously we're all 15 and some of them are experienced like men, and I'm fucking getting
Yeah.
my fucking flower popped or weed popped or weed pussy popped. I don't fucking know what you call it. But yeah, it was him. I think there was a fourth guy. There was a big group of us in one stall. And that shit was so obvious what we were doing. Like kids that came in, like the freshmen, they just saw, they got scared, and they just like walked away. And then I hit it, and I didn't feel anything. But I honestly, I don't think I ripped it that well. I think
Uh-huh.
I took like a puff, and
You
then
did
I
that
didn't
Elon Musk
inhale
shit.
it proper. Yeah, Elon Musk. I was like, I just gave it back to him, acting like I was untouchable and shit. I think that was damn. I was 15. Try to remember the first time I got high. Like I actually did it right. I'm probably this shit was probably with you guys. Now I'm thinking about it, I think it was with George. Dog, I think it was with George too.
It
He
wasn't that
gave me
time.
we were in
It wasn't that Amir's
that
party.
was a bad influence. No, that wasn't my first time. Um that was a bad influence. Shout out to George though. That fool got me hooked on the pen too because well not hooked, but that fool introduced me to the pen too because he was like, "Hey, he's like, "Hey, you want to hit it?" And I was like, "Hit what?" And then that fool pulled out a pen. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then he showed it. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's like a wax pen." He explained like what a wax pen was. I was like, "What the fuck? That shit sounds dangerous." And I was like, "I don't know, sir. I don't know if I want to do this fucking wax you're fucking talking about." And then I was treating that shit like fucking crack. Um, and then he convinced me to do it. So then we were in the back, the bays. We went to the back, the furthest one in the back. So the one that like barely turned with that crank.
Uh,
So Fernie was
this is in the stock room at work, right? Or in the
yeah,
warehouse.
this is the stock room. No,
Okay.
this is the stock room. The
Okay.
stock room. So nobody was in there. Um Yeah, that fool just told me go in the back of the bay, the one that doesn't crank, and he's like, "I'll keep a lookout." He's like, "Just rip it." And he was like, "How do I know when it like? How do I know when I took a good rip?" He's like, "Oh, hey." He's like, "Oh, there's a light on there, so when the light turns red or turns blue or some shit, let it go." And he was watching
Take a
me and like
blinker.
he was trying to watch both. So I was like, I remember I was like prepping myself mentally, and then when I took a rip, I think it started blinking. He was like, "Dick, that's enough. Like, chill, chill." And then and I was like, "Oh, my bad." And then I held it to him, and he's like, "Hold it, hold it, hold it." He starts laughing already. I'm like, he could see my face is like trying to exhale, and then he's just, "No, hold it, bro. Hold it as long as you can." So I'm holding it, and then I had to push that fool out the way. I had to power walk out, and I went to the back towards where the warehouse would be. And I just started coughing my lungs out, bro. I was fucking dying, and this was just dying over here laughing at me. I was fucking stupid faded after, bro. I was fucking done. This shit was like 2 in the afternoon, bro. I was fucking gone. I was over here stacking the shelves, and I'm looking at the jeans, and I'm just like staring at them, and I'm just looking at the pattern of the fucking jeans. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. They really stitched these many fucking things together. That's fucking wild. I wonder how many fucking foreign children fucking had to put these together. And I'm just like sliding them in as slowly as I can into the shells. And I remember treating it like it was a game of Jenga. And I'm just like, is that shit gonna fall? I was like, nah, that shit's not gonna fall. And I'm just like putting it in all slow. And that fool's looking at me. He's like, hey, you're faded, huh? And then I was just like, yeah. I just remember him asking me some shit like that. And I just remember trying to like stay awake. And I remember there's a time, I don't know who was working in the fitting room, some chick. And then I went to go give her something because she asked for it. And I think she said thank you, but I don't think I registered it. I think I saw like an anime when they say something, but the language is still talking or the language is still going. And it's just like, that's how I saw her in that moment. She said thank you. And I still saw her lips moving after she said thank you. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I was just staring at her, like confused, and then she just started staring back at me, like, "What the fuck?" I just like walked away. I was like, "Oh yeah, no worries." And then I think I mumbled. I don't even think I said anything. I think I thought I said something. And then that fool Frankie. Remember Frankie?
I remember
Did you ever
Frankie.
meet Frankie?
Yeah, I remember
That
Frankie.
fool. I was going into the night. I was going into the night shift 6 or 7 whenever that shit started, and
Mhm.
then that fool was leaving, and I think that fool was parked. So where we used to park outside where it's like that first row where it's like double tree parking, but at the same time it could go straight towards that parking structure.
Yeah.
So it was like that weird area right there. So I parked there. I'm about to start walking. He pulls up in his truck, typical Paisa truck. And then I was just like, I was like, hey, fool, you want to smoke real quick? And I just stared at him. I was like, I just looked at the time. I was like, fuck it. and then I went with that for that fool pulled up to one of those warehouses in the back down the street on Telegraph. Or is it Telegraph? I don't fucking know the name of the street. Atlantic, whatever. Those warehouses are in the back.
Mhm.
He pulled up to one of those parking lots, and that fool just rolled it like stupid fast. And then that fool did it, and then that fool gave me the hit, so I hit greens, and then damn, bro, oh my god, I took 3 hard rips, and I was just like, whoa, I didn't even know that at this point there was different strains of weed. I didn't find that out till later. So at that point, I was probably on indica because I was stupid gone. I had so much time. He dropped me back off in my car in the parking structure. I walked to the Carl's Jr. Heading north on Atlantic, I think. I walked there, got food, came back, and I was eating all slow. And then again, I was in the jeans section. I remember it was like fucking just rinse and repeat, dog. I was just folding that shit stupid slow. I was just fucking emphasizing on the pushes and shit. And then Angie, the manager at that time, she kind of like, I don't know if she caught it, but she just stared at me and she was like, yeah, she was like,
This
oh,
fool
hey, how's it
dumb.
going? And I was just like, and then I was
Why
just
the
like trying
fuck
to
do we
walk away
hire this
from
guy? God damn.
but no, now she probably did say that. I'm not even gonna lie, but now like I'm telling you, everything was just slowed down. I felt like I was working in slow motion. I was getting frustrated with myself because my mind was there, but my body wasn't. So I'm like, bro, work harder. And then I'm like trying to do it harder and I'm trying to work faster and I'm still working slow. No, stupid ass fool. And oh my god, dog, don't even get me started at Amir's party. Don't even get me started at Bong story right now with you fools. So then
Whichever one.
Amir has his, I'm trying to go in order. Honestly, bro, I don't even think they're in order anymore.
It doesn't matter. Go
I'm
on,
just
go
trying to
on.
go off of and then Amir's party. So I forgot what city that fool Amir lives in. I liked Amir. That fool was just funny because that fool always had like an opinion about something. He always had like an unpopular opinion on top of it. So that fool used to always get hate for a lot of shit he
Yeah.
would say. But I did at the end of the day I did like the fool. But that's what fool invited me to his party. Blah blah blah. Um, I remember when I pulled up, who was there? Chente, Fino, fucking 501, a couple of the girls. And then that fool Amir had like basically his whole family there. That shit felt kind of weird, low key, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, and then Mick was fucking there, and then that fool was
He was
gone.
lit.
That fool was gone. That fool was fucking. I didn't even know what he was saying anymore. That fool started slurring his words.
I started speaking
But
Spanish
then
out of nowhere.
that fool unlocked that fool unlocked the third language, the second language. But yeah, then they passed a Henny ball around, so you know your boy had to hit the Henny real quick. Anything is possible, and then was it you or George or Fino? Somebody fucking passed me something, and I just started ripping it too, and I was fucking crossfaded like a motherfucker. So that was another good time. I just remember there was that time, I think it was you, me, George, and Elijah went to Denny's, and we were stupid crossfaded.
That was that
I
same
don't remember
day.
what we were doing.
That was the same
Oh,
day.
it was the same day. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. See, I didn't even know it was the same day.
we went to Denny's right after the party. Yeah. I just remember having pancakes in the shake, and I remember all four of us, we were stupid lit.
I remember one of us said something stupid funny, and then I was just fucking done for the night, bro. Like, I legit couldn't stop laughing. I don't even think I ate my food. I ordered food. I didn't even think I ate that shit because I couldn't stop
Bro,
laughing.
I remember they brought like 6 fucking hash browns to our table or some shit like that, and we were tripping out why the fuck we got so many hash browns. Something random like that.
Something stupid like that. And I think I got a shake, and then I think it was you or the waitress herself questioned if that's just what I wanted. And I was so confused. I was like, yeah, like, did I say it wrong? Like, I want to shake. Like,
She was so
how
fed
did
up
I
with
say
us, bro.
it? She was fucking heated with us. She was tired of us. She's like, oh, great, fucking another lit ass fools. But yeah, for that, I just remember driving home crossfade, just took a nap and just was done. I was fried the fuck out. And then I moved into this new house at this time. I think it was like 2018 or the end of 2017. I moved into this new house. Nice house. Then all of a sudden I get the text from your boy Fernie, co-host CEO of this full podcast. So text me, hey, where are you at? And I was like, I'm home. And then he said, we're outside. And I said, fuck you, me, you're outside. And then I look out and I see George's red car before he starts adding all those modifications to it. And I was thinking, no fucking way. These guys just pulled up unannounced like that. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get in some trouble if this is some shit I think it is. If this is what I think it is, I'm going to get in some shit. And then you do that. You guys just said, just come to the car, just come to the car. So then I just remember, I don't even think I threw on shoes. I think I threw on my junk class. And then I just went. And then I saw you fools and then what's up? And then you guys were trying to be like, oh, freestyle for us. I was like, that's not why you guys came here.
We did freestyle,
you guys didn't, we did freestyle it, but I don't remember what we did. I don't remember what we said. But then I was just like, nah, these fools did not come here for 16 bars. What these fools come here for? And then I just see the fucking bomb. I saw a fucking bomb come out. And then I was just like, nah. And then they were like, yeah. And then I was like, nah. And then the funny thing was that like as soon as you guys told me to hit it, was that the bomb? Or am I misremembering it? You guys had it. Wait, there was
I'm
a
sure it
bomb
was
there,
a
right?
bomb. I'm sure it was a bomb.
Yeah, it was because you were in the passenger seat and you pulled it out from in front of you. And then I don't think George's windows were tinted. So I remember my mom said that she like immediately, like less than 10 seconds after I walked out the front door, I think she went to go peep through the window. And she said that she was as clear as day. She could see, she's like, I saw your home. She said, I saw your friend with the glasses just pull out a bong. And then you guys passed it to me and then I hit it and I'm like, fried. And then the funny thing about this was like, remember when my mom said that day and being all mad at me for smoking and trying to be like all old school or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
My tia tells me like 2 years prior to that, she told me that my mom used to smoke like a chimney, like fucking, she used to smoke like a chimney in fucking high school. So I remember that when my mom called me out, be like, why are you over here inviting your friends to come smoke and stuff like that? I was like, first of all, they pulled up on me. So, I did what a man had to do and I went outside. I said, second of all, Tia fucking told me that you smoked fucking like a chimney, just not cigarettes. So I don't know why I'm getting persecuted if I don't do this like that and you did it more. And then obviously it turned into an argument, but whatever. That's not even the thing. There was that. And then there was that time we went to, it was either a party for Moy or it was a party for Yancy.
Hey,
I don't even know. Did you even meet those fools?
I did not meet them, but I was invited, so I said, "Fuck it, I'll be there."
You were there, and then everybody was there, and everyone got stupid lit. And then you, George, and that fool George had a homie,
Mhm.
a black homie. I forgot. I don't know
The
his
homie
name.
Vic.
Shout out to that fool,
The homie Vic.
the homie Vic. Sure, the homie Vic. Then you guys told me to follow you guys to Freddy's car. We're gonna smoke, and then I was like, "Fuck it, dog." And then we go, and then you pull out another fucking bong. That was my first bong hit. That was my first
Yep.
bong rip.
Yep.
And then you guys tried to instruct me, and I didn't understand the physics of fucking hitting a bomb. So you guys basically try to do it for me. And then when I hit it, I just remember when I ripped it, try to hold it less than a minute or less than a second, because that shit was harsh as fuck. I let that shit go. I remember the car just all of a sudden starts tilting back and forth, and my whole world's tilting. I'm like, oh shit. And then I remember I had to pop that bitch open and I had to get all that fresh air, and I was just coughing. And I remember just being fried, done. It's a wrap. So now I know.
I remember from that story that you had to work the next day like at 7 a.m. and then you, and then you didn't wake up till like 2 p.m.
That sounds like something I would do. Oh yeah, I did, because I remember I called out and I used some stupid ass excuse.
We were
And I
telling you to
remember
just stay
I
at the
think that was like,
party. We were telling you like, bro, just stay, and you were like, nah, bro, I have work. I have work at 7 a.m. I gotta go to sleep. And then you didn't even show up.
and I remember too, because I got in the house and then I went to the living room, and then the couch was there, and I just stared at it, and I just remember laying down. But the thing was too, that shift, I think that was a shift where I agreed to cover for somebody else. So it wasn't even my shift. So I agreed to cover somebody's, and I think I just didn't go in or whatever. And then yeah, and then I think Jenna was she had just been promoted to supervisor manager at that time. So she was the one that texted me, and I was just like, oh shit, like I fucked up. I totally forgot,
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that. But okay, in all my experience now, I have realized that I cannot smoke with you fools because I won't be ready for the next day.
I appreciate that, bro. I remember the first time I hit a bong, and it made me fucking want to buy a bong right away. I
Really?
remember the homie Elijah. I remember that fool invited me to a party, so I showed up, and I remember I was hitting the wine bag, and I remember someone pulled out a bong, and it was a pretty good sized bong. Maybe I want to say maybe like foot and a half. And so, well, I don't know how to hit a bong at the time. And so I was like, hey, bro, I don't know how to hit this shit, which I recommend. Nothing gets me more heated when I pull out my bong and someone hits it, and I say, hey, bro, you know how to hit this shit? And then they say yes, but they don't know how to hit it, and then they fuck up and take a nasty yes hit. But anyways, so they instructed me how to take a hit and everything. I took a proper hit, and I remember dying, bro. And I remember I think I only took like one or two hits, and I was faded, stupid faded.
Oh shit.
And I remember being in the living room of that party, and I remember I was chilling with Elijah, and I remember like there was literally nothing going on in the living room, just people just talking to each other and some music playing. I remember Dom Kennedy was playing. That's really all I remember. And I remember just sitting on the couch and feeling that the entire room was just spinning like like we're going like
Oh
in
shit.
360s. Like even though it was the same frame, I just felt like the room was like not attached to the world and was just like spinning in any direction. It was just
What
free
the
falling and shit.
fuck?
And I just felt like I was faded, and I was there with Elijah. And I remember turning around and looking that they were all just like they were all there still too, like looking at the ground and shit. And I remember just being like, damn, like I'm fucking faded. And I remember feeling bomb. The music was banging. And I remember someone from Levi showed up unexpectedly, and then I remember talking to them, and I remember just like saying like, hey, like what's up, just some small talk. And then the next day when I showed up to work, the homie Mick was like, hey bro, like it was Carly. Mick told me like, "Hey, Carly told me she saw you yesterday and that you were acting like weird and shit." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Oh, that she was like trying to have a conversation with you, and you're just sitting there." and then and I was like, yeah, bro, I was fucking faded, but yeah, that was my first time hitting a bong, and I remember just being so high. I remember I stopped at a 7-Eleven and I got that fucking fudge brownie. That shit fucking smacks, and I got some coconut water. Whoo! If that, I remember the taste of that. it was fucking delicious. But I remember being faded, bro, like stupid high. And so that made me want to go buy a vine. And then, well, now primarily when I smoke flowers, throw a bomb.
Oh, really? I thought you rolled them up all the time.
I mean, I roll them up sometimes here and there, but if like it's gonna be something quick, I'll use my bomb.
What advice do you have for first timers that are listening right now that probably want to step into this world?
Probably smoke a joint first. It's like a
A
couple hits
joint?
of a joint. Yeah, joint is like just
What?
straight flower.
So should they smoke something indica then?
Damn, it just depends. I remember. So like I said it earlier that where I was just smoking the wax pens for a good while when I first started smoking. I remember having an indica pen, and I remember hitting it like a lot, and I was fucking faded. And I was going to my homie Angel's house, and I remember when I was there, I remember I was knocking down the couch like, and it was like 8 p.m., bro, 7 p.m., and I remember just falling asleep on this couch. And and I remember just wanting to hang out with everyone, have a good time, but I just kept like dozing off, and so that turned me off from indica. Ever since then, I don't really smoke indica that much. I'm more of a sativa person. Um, but yeah, I mean that's gonna be personal preference, but I would definitely say like smoke a joint, take like 2 hits, 3 hits, 3 puffs, do a little Elon Musk hit first. It's okay to cough.
Mhm.
If you're not coughing, you're not smoking, and it's okay to admit that you don't know how to hit a bomb.
Those are some very humble things that people need to understand. Um, yeah, maybe a joint then. I mean, that was my first introduction to. But obviously I was hitting a roach that fucking was less than an inch, so I don't know how the fuck I was expected to really rip anything at that point. I just remember now one of those parties that we were at. I think it's the one that we ended up. No, it wasn't the one where we went to Denny's. It was either the one at Moy's or Yancey, and then we hit the bong or BMW. Um, I remember when I came in, they were passing a joint around, and then they told you to Wu Tang that shit. I was like, Wu Tang, what the fuck does that mean? And then I just remember you. What is it? You just eat it, or you just swallow it and drink something after? Or what?
Yeah, you just like you swallow it, swallow a roach.
Oh, yeah. So as soon as I saw my boy Fernie swallow the roach, I was like, oh, this fool can't be trusted. This would really just swallow the roach.
That was the only time I ever did that shit. Never again. That shit. Now, in hindsight, it's pretty gross.
That shit was really fucking gross. But yeah, yeah, I remember that I was like Wu Tang. I was like, there's probably some other weird shit out there that I don't know about. This fool really just swallowed the fucking roach. But yeah. Oh my bad. I was just bringing that up because I just remembered that too. I'm pretty sure there's more memories I just don't remember because I was that stupid faded. Um, damn.
I remember
Pretty
maybe
sure there's
like
more.
I think like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't know. It was a couple years ago for 420. I remember being at Disneyland, and I remember I bought some edibles for my girlfriend and I, and we had like some red velvet cakes and some lemonade. So we had gone into like the resort side, and I didn't even know at the time that if you go to like the hotel, like the Grand California Hotel right there, this is in Disneyland in Anaheim. So there's an entrance there that goes into California Adventure, and I didn't know that, and I didn't realize how close it was. So when we were walking, I was like, like we still got time, whatever. And so when I saw security or like the entrance, maybe like I don't know, fucking 30 yards away, I
Mhm.
was just like, oh shit. So like we just stopped right there, and I took out my backpack and I whipped all that shit out, and we were just eating. We were just eating. So like yeah, I was just shoving the fucking red velvet cakes down my face. There were like some small ones like that, and then I drank half of the lemonade. She drank half of the lemonade, and I remember we were faded like 20 minutes later, bro. Like it was crazy. I remember they had like some like Pixar shit going on. I remember they had like Mac from fucking Cars. They had that semi truck, and I remember the bed of it was hollow, and they had these lights hanging individually. So there was like a hundred of them. They were probably like 10 by like I don't know 50, right? So every individual light it was in cooperation with the other ones, and they would show like an image, but it was like three dimensional. You know, you could see the people on
Yeah.
the other side, and I remember that shit was fucking tripping me the fuck out, bro. It was fucking it was beautiful, but it was fucking trippy too. I remember just it was a very overwhelming at times, with just a lot of like information coming in. But I remember
Mhm.
just being faded at Disneyland. I'm like, quick. And so we crossed over to Disneyland and we went to like the Winnie the Pooh ride. We did some other shit. We did like the Haunted Mansion. I remember being in the Haunted Mansion and there's like a room where there's just like the head on like the glass in the middle, right? And then so there's like the floating objects. There's like some cards and shit, but the room is just completely black, and you're like rotating and shit, like spinning around, and you all face each other, and it just looks like you're floating, bro. And I remember being in that room, and I remember just hanging on, bro. Like holy fuck, like thinking that I was gonna fall into like the fucking darkness and shit, like because it honestly felt like we were just floating. So I was just, I remember just
Yeah.
being in the cart, just holding onto the bar and shit, like, God damn, what the fuck is going on?
That's a slow ass ride too. That
Yeah,
shit doesn't even take no twists and turns. It's just like a
like once I got on that shit and like we sat back and the fucking shit started going up and I realized how faded I was getting. Like by the second, I was like, God damn, like we fucked up. This ride is slow as fuck and it's pretty trippy. But I mean, like it was a good experience. It didn't go bad or anything. You know, we both had a good time, and we will both do it again. But it was just hilarious, you know. But that's what I remember. I remember in that room just feeling like I was honestly fucking being possessed by some fucking that bitch in the middle by that orb and shit, you know, floating around.
yeah. Damn. That's fucking. See, I want to go like that to Disneyland or some amusement park. But at the same time, I don't want to be that faded because I don't want to trip the fuck out on certain things, you know. And it's not because like I'm scared to see them. It's just or I'm scared to be in that state. It's more like I don't want to potentially put it in a spot where I might not enjoy it, you know?
Mhm.
Because like it's just like I mean, I don't know about you, but like the times I've been faded and I'm around work figures or whatever, like I get uncomfortable, like I don't want to fucking be around people or be at work faded like that all the time. Like that shit gets worrisome because like when you get caught, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I'm just slow and stupid. Like, no, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I am faded. um, but I don't know. I guess I feel like if I ever go with you guys to like Disneyland or Universal or just some shit,
It's
like
a
I'm pretty
given,
sure
bro.
we're gonna fucking
It's a
it's a
given.
given. We're just gonna eat edibles and fucking get stupid faded. Um, I mean that's just not like I don't even know why I'm trying to pretend like I fucking can fight it or like it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Um, damn, that's crazy though. Like just the whole it's so crazy just like how much the shit can affect or influence whatever we're doing at that time. Like
Mhm.
indica, I honestly don't really like indica because I just hate feeling slumped out that much. I hate feeling like I can't do anything later. Like I'm
Yeah.
already lazy normally as a person,
Mhm.
but that shit just adds a whole nother layer of laziness that I just can't get behind. But like I definitely think I gravitate more towards hybrid because I get, obviously the best of both and I can still be functioning like I want.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. Honestly, okay, for the newbies, I want to step into this world and try it. I will recommend at some point try all three and know what you like. You know, most people do indica. I mean, some people are very functioning on indica and they're just stupid blown, and you could just tell that they're fucking. They're not there, but they're somehow there. I'm not one of those people on indica. I'm definitely like once I'm fucking on indica, I'm just like, nope, I ain't doing shit. I'm fucking gone.
Mhm.
Fucking dying. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Um, and then like yeah, like hybrid. I don't know. If you want to stay active, but you kind of want a little bit of that, faded feel, I guess. Probably a hybrid would be best for you, but shit, you might just have to try everything. So you're gonna have to try at least something of
Yeah.
each and then see what you like. And I mean Google too. I don't even know why we're telling you. Fucking just Google that shit. Um, but yeah, just try a little bit of everything. Try gummies too. Gummies. Fucking. Oh, there was another time you had given me fucking edibles at work, and it was a sour head.
It was a sour strip,
Remember
right?
the
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
sour
yeah.
strip? Yeah, you
I don't
gave me
think.
some. And you were just like
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah. I
gave it to
remember that.
me. You
But did
ripped
you
it in
get high off
half.
of
I
that?
think like no, I didn't. And that's the
Yeah,
issue was because you
yeah.
you came up to me. You were like, "Hey, are you faded?" I was like, "Honestly, no." And he was like, you're just like, fuck, I'm not faded either.
Yeah,
All
those are
mad
low-key
and
whack.
shit.
I think I gave some to Chente and he told me he wasn't faded either. It's always a hit or a miss with
Uh,
edibles, low-key. Like once you eat
yeah,
them, you just gotta hang in for the ride.
yeah. Yeah, I took a Valhalla one. I took in one a couple months ago from a coworker. It's the same brand. It was white with like a purple strip on top and a purple stripe at the bottom. Some I think it was indica infused in. I don't fucking know. But yeah, he gave it to me, popped that shit. I had to drive home for lunch real quick because I like had to grab some stuff. And it's like a 15-20 minute at most ride. Um for the minute I got in the car and I started driving, I started zoning out without realizing I was zoning out. And I was like, and then I had to grip the steering wheel and I was just like, oh shit, I'm fucking driving. And then I was just like, oh shit, I'm fucking faded. And I was like, I did not expect this to fucking happen because those edibles in the past have never gotten me faded. So I'm like, oh, maybe
Mhm.
edibles just don't hit for me or something. There's something weird like that. And so yeah, as soon as I start realizing I'm faded and I'm trying to drive, bro, I couldn't tell if I was going fast, slow. I couldn't tell if I was going the speed limit anymore. I would see cars pass by me on the freeway. I'm like, oh, I gotta fucking gun it, but I'm going too fast. Dick, that shit was at 54 miles an hour. Like I was not going that fast. Like I'm going under the speed limit.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
over here in my mind gripping the steering wheel, like, oh fuck, like I can't risk going that fast, you know? Like these fools are crazy. These fools are driving like 100 miles per hour. And I'm the one that's driving under the mileage. So or under the miles. So fucking clearly I'm the stupid ass fool driving. And then I just remember feeling like I wasn't using my turn signal when I know I was. I feel like I wasn't making a proper turn. I felt like I was hitting people and I felt like I was hitting curves and shit. That was stupid. Like I'm telling you, bro, like once the panic started happening, I started thinking I was doing fuck ups and like I was on some GTA shit where I'm just running people over on the sidewalk and fucking the cops are gonna be coming after me any minute. But that shit was not a good feeling. Personally speaking, that shit left me very anxious and that shit really made me think that I was fucking driving like an idiot. And I knew like, okay, like if I do this gummy again, it has to be at home doing nothing. Or I have to be like at Disneyland or an open space where I'm not like a threat to anybody, you know? Because that shit was fucking that shit was not cool. That shit was a lot. That shit was very stressful trying to drive back like that. Um yeah, damn. I feel like there's gonna be more times that are gonna come up, but yeah, gummies, man. If you guys want to try edibles, if you guys don't like that feeling in your lungs and you want to try edibles instead, I think it's a different high because it has to be processed through your colon, right? And it
Yeah,
releases in some
it's
other manner.
it's definitely a different drug when you eat it for sure.
Yeah. So if you guys want to eat it, I suggest you be very cautious about what you eat, and I suggest you do it at a time where you're not a threat to somebody and you're in an open space or you're at home or some shit, you know. But nah, gummies are just different, man. Like I don't really care to eat edibles. I rather just smoke it, but fuck. I don't know. I just don't like edibles. I just don't like what I don't know what's gonna come after, you know, like I don't know this high. Like I know like how faded I'm gonna get off of this, but I don't know how faded I'm gonna get off an edible.
Yeah.
And I rather just not find out because I don't really care to eat it, to be honest. Um, but yeah, damn, that's fucking crazy. Oh shit, weed, man. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Thank you, George. If you're listening, thank you, my lord.
George, if you're listening, we love you here at This Food Podcast. But fucking let us know your experiences with weed. Happy 420. Let us know what you guys are doing today. Fucking hit us up on IG at This Food Podcast, on YouTube at This Food Podcast. Let us know. Happy 420, the favorite holiday of This Food Podcast. We're out of here.
Oh, I was just gonna say real quick.
Go for it.
So since we have a 420 thing, do you want to tell the people what we wagered the other day?
Oh, okay. Okay. Fitting with the 420, right? So
Yeah.
the other day, Late Dave and I decided to bet body goals. You know, who can get to their their ideal body weight and mass and everything. And so what we're wagering is we're doing a bet until June 21st. Did we agree on that? Until June 21st, until the start of summer.
Yeah, we said 2 months, yeah.
So
2 months from now, yeah.
We're gonna weigh ourselves. We're gonna take our body mass index. We're gonna find out how much body fat we have, and so we have until June 21st to lose as much as that. And so the winner or the loser, I should say, has to buy half an ounce 14 grams.
It was half an ounce. It was
The loser
14 fucking grams.
the loser has to buy half an ounce, and we're gonna roll that bitch, and we're gonna smoke that bitch right here on this Food Podcast. So fucking tune in for that shit. We'll keep you guys updated on how our camps are going. Let us know who you guys are rooting for and who you think is gonna win.
Oh shit. Yeah, we got 2 different camps going on, 2-month camps. So we're gonna see who's a better fucking who got to their goal first. Off the top of your head, do you have a weight goal? Because I could tell mine's right now.
I mean, I want to say like 190, maybe like 185, but I honestly don't know how realistic those are. But like I don't know if I can really like get down to that weight, or we'll see when we get from there. Right now, I weighed myself today, and now I'm at 200, so I've been in that consistent range. So maybe like 190 for sure. What about you?
My shit's pretty inconsistent too, but last time right now I'm like 212. Now when back in 2016 when you first met me, I was skinnier. Dog, I weighed 145 to 160. My range will jump around there. So from that, let's assume the biggest 160 to 212, bro. That's a huge jump in 5 years. That's a huge fat ass weight gain that's been spread through 5 years. So I don't know if I want to get back down to that. I don't feel like that's realistic anymore. I don't even know how I weighed that much at that point. But I think what I would like to be is 170. I want to go into the welterweight class. But I think realistically I probably will achieve middleweight faster than I can get to welterweight. So my goal is probably to get to 185, but like we said, the winner is going to be determined by who actually reaches their goal or who gets to it the closest. If neither one of us reaches it, so let's say you're 190, I want to be 185. If I get like 186 and you get like 192, then obviously then I win because I got closer to my goal than you did.
Well,
so that's how we'll settle it.
Have to bring in like body fat percentage and shit. Like right, I can
No, that's why
right
too. But
I'm
like,
at 19% right now.
Yeah, I don't know what I am, but I have to find out. But like that's what I'm saying. Like when we get to but like that's the example I'm trying to give. That when we get to as close as we can, if we don't hit it on the head, then it's by who gets it to closest. So I don't know what the tiebreaker might be. If it's something like I somehow got to my weight closer than you did, but you got to your body fat percentage closer than I did. I don't know if that means we just have to split that half between us and we just fucking both lost, or or what. But yeah, that's basically the wager we got going on. So next couple of days is our last binge days of fucking eating all the garbage and basura that we want. But once 21st hits, today's the what, 19th?
Today's the 20th, bro.
Oh, the 20th. I don't even know what day it is. I'm fucking blown. 1920. I don't fucking know what day it is.
It don't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah, as soon as it don't matter at this point. Oh my god! So once 21st hits, boom, it's on, bro. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Other than that, you guys, I mean, shit, I'm fucking lit. I'm fucking nice right now. I feel good.
You heard it here first. We're giving you guys the details, filling you guys in. Our officials numbers are coming soon, and more info as well. So fucking let us know what you guys are doing for 420. Happy 420. The favorite holiday of this Food Podcast later on, guys.